Welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Real Film Nerds Podcast. My name is Matt. We talk about movies. We're not critics. We don't care what the critics think. We're normal people that like movies and like to talk about movies, and this is how we keep our friendship going. So, with me, as always, the mysterious Michael Talent.
Hey, everybody. I'm excited to talk about this movie about my father.
You're not excited to talk about Little Mermaid. I thought we were going to talk about Little Mermaid, Mike.
No Little Mermaid, dude. I haven't seen the new one, but I've seen the old Little Mermaid. I don't know. I'm sure it's about the same. These new live action movies are about the same. Just live action. Special effects.
I talked about it a little bit on the radio on Friday. I've seen, Aladdin. I've seen a lot of the other live action remakes. They're not very good. They're just not. There's something that you can do with animation that you just can't do in live action, even though half the freaking live action is digital animation. It doesn't have the same feel. It doesn't have the same, I don't know. I mean, yes, I was a young child when most of them came out. Not a young child, but a child. And they just don't hit as well. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. They haven't really been too impressive to me. But I mean, I understand, you got to re-release stuff, reintroduce the same ideas to people. I mean, that's kind of what a lot of movies do, every 30 years or so, just re-release the same thing or remake it and try and sell it to the new generation.
You mean that's what Disney does?
No, everybody does it, man. Like with the horror movies and stuff, dude, they've been remaking the same thing or whatever. They reinvent something, they come out with the same thing, It's just what you do.
Well, what about original ideas like Saw?
I imagine there's going to be a Saw reboot, come next 5 years or so. Friday the 13th, they tried to reboot that. They re-released a Nightmare on Elm Street. They redid the Pennywise.
It? Yeah. Well, it never really was a movie. It was like a made-for-TV movie. So was it really a remake? I mean, I guess it was.
So I kind of think of it as it was, and the remake was fantastic, but like most of them aren't that great. So I don't know, man. Like I just feel like every certain amount of years passes and they redo it. Like, do you think someone will be ballsy enough to remake The Shining?
No, that movie is fantastic. They haven't remade pretty much any Stanley Kubrick films. He's so good, or was so good, because he's not with us anymore. But okay, Mike. Well, not talking about a remake. Why don't we talk about this week's review about my father?
All right, dude. I will go ahead and give the rundown.
It's a good discussion. I didn't mean to interrupt it, Mike, but I'm just like, trying to steer the ship a little bit.
Yeah. Keep us on task. All right. So, About My Father was directed by Laura Turuso, and it was written by Austin Earl and Sebastian Maniscalco. And this movie is starring Robert De Niro and Sebastian Maniscalco, Leslie Bibb, Kim Cattrall. And this movie is about when Sebastian tells his old school Italian immigrant father, Salvo, that he is going to propose to an all-American girlfriend. Salvo insists on crashing a weekend with her parents.
Okay, Mike, so this was a feel-good comedy, I would say. Not your typical summer release, really. I don't know how well it's doing at the box office. I don't really care because I had a good time.
Yeah, I had a good time. Robert De Niro's character was pretty pretty unique. I'd say most of the characters were pretty unique. A little bit strange, but I mean, really, that's what families are. So it seemed more realistic some ways.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And this is actually very loosely based on comedian Sebastian Maniscalco's family, like his real family and his real kind of like relationship and marriage and all that stuff. Very loosely, but hence the reason why he goes by his own name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yep. That makes sense. But this was fun. I was really amused by Robert De Niro as a hair stylist.
Oh, dude, that was so funny. That was some of the best lines in the film when it was, they're talking about, their lineage. And the one father's like, yeah, my father only gave me one hotel when I turned 18 and, all that. And he's like, yeah, well, I come from a long line of hair. It's just hilarious.
Yeah. I messed up real bad in college. He only gave me one hotel.
Yeah.
I was like, I think that was an obvious dig at our ex-president. But
maybe I don't know. I didn't read it that way, but you might have.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah. Now this was a fun movie, man. Like I wasn't sure where they were going to go with some of the stuff, but I really liked the father and son conversations that they had in the bedroom, like every night while they were, at this retreat or I don't know, weekend thing. I thought they were really genuine and creative.
Well, it was the future in-laws summer home in a country club.
Yeah, but like right before they would go to bed and they were talking about the day's events, like I really thought that those scenes were pretty funny.
Oh yeah, and they were giving themselves their night cologne.
Oh yeah, no, the night cologne was ridiculous, but obviously there's probably something to that. That was kind of funny though.
Well, what's to it? I don't understand it. Why would you waste cologne on yourself?
I don't know, man. I imagine it's some sort of inside joke or something, man. Like, but maybe you want to make sure you don't make the bed smell or something, dude. I don't know.
Well, dude, I mean, if Max can attest to this, I don't think this is how I want to phrase this. I don't think cologne,
I already know
say
what's coming.
You yourself put cologne on, right? And you went to bed, I don't think it would mask the night farts. I don't think it would save that the lower half of the bed. It still would wake Mags up. It would still shake the ground.
Yeah, it's true. I think all it would make is like a even more awkward smelling night fart.
Question, Mike. How many sheets do you go through because of the night farts? Because I mean, you got to be blowing holes in those things.
A gentleman never says.
A gentleman never says. All right, I'll call Mags. Got it. I can talk to her again now, so I'll give her a call. I'll be like, hey, Mags, so how often do you have to buy sheets because Mike, blew a hole through them?
It's true. I do have some awful night flatulence, but
it's flatulence, but okay.
Oh, okay. yeah, that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just something about that.
Okay, all right. So about my father, we'll just do this just because it's hard. I mean, we can talk about it without spoiling it, but it's fun. It's a father and son story. Summer weekend with the in-laws at their big fancy house. It's the combining of two very different families, one very rich, one not rich at all, one immigrant, one like immigrants from like the Pilgrim days, not immigrants at all. Two families coming together because our main character, Sebastian, is looking to ask his girlfriend's hand in marriage, but everybody wants to test everybody out, I guess is the nice way to put it.
Yeah. There was like approval because he's trying to, get something from his father. And yeah. No, I think that's the nice way to put it, dude.
Yeah. Well, the Robert De Niro wants to meet the family before he hands over the ring. The other family, they don't really have like a last name, but Ellie's family, I guess I will just call it that way. The rich family, they wanted to meet not Robert De Niro. They wanted to meet Robert De Niro, but Sebastian's father, and just play him out. Everybody kind of wanted to meet everybody. And then Sebastian wanted to ask for, her hand in marriage and propose like immediately that weekend. Spoilers, but just is what it is. So, it's a good story. It's fun. I don't know if you need to rush out and go see it in the theaters. It's a comedy. I say definitely check it out. If you're going to the theaters to take your kids to Little Mermaid, drop them off at Little Mermaid and just go walk in and watch About My Father. It's probably way better, but it's getting swept under the carpet, I'm sure.
Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, so I guess without getting in any more spoilers than we already did on accident, I'll just go ahead and ask you, Matt.
How much can it really be a spoiler, Mike? It's the basis of the story. I think it's in the trailers, and it's even in the description, proposed to his all-American girlfriend. That's in the description. So
yeah. All right. That's true. It's mostly in the trailer.
Yeah, dude, the funniest part in the whole film is in the damn trailer, which I'm sad about, but
yeah. No, we'll get to that, Matt, in just a second.
Sir, yes, sir.
All right. But before we get to that part, Matt, I wanted to ask you, what are you drinking this fine morning, evening, or afternoon?
Mike, I am drinking just my typical beer. It's always in the fridge. Not always, but most of the time. I have a delicious Four Peaks Kilt Lifter.
Oh, wonderful, dude. Wonderful. Did you finally get through all of your Boston lagers?
My Oktoberfest? No, actually, I have another case sitting there. I haven't put them in the fridge yet.
Nice. Well, I mean, they start to come out in July, so you better done that one because they're going to be hitting.
I didn't get them in July. I think I got them in September last year, but.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it's my holdovers.
Okay. Well, I'm drinking one of those IPAs, one of your favorite India Pale Ales, but it is from the brewery Sweetwater.
Isn't that what you had last week? Was Sweetwater Pale Ale?
Yeah.
Are they on sale again, Mike?
They were on sale, dude. It was a buy one 12-pack, get another 12-pack for free.
So we got at least 2 more podcasts of you drinking.
Yeah, we probably do. But it was like 80 cents a beer, man. 80 cents for an IPA is good, man.
Yeah, well, and I don't know. I don't drink them. Although my Kilt Lifter is, I think it's $20 for a 12-pack now.
Yeah, dude. Stuff's expensive.
Everything's freaking expensive. So, but you know what's not expensive, Mike?
Our podcast?
Your incredible dad joke.
Oh, okay. Yes, this is not expensive. Are you ready for it?
Yes, Mike, please. What is this week's amazing Papa joke?
I got dad jokes. I don't think they understand, though. Gotta think I'm funny. Other people never laugh, though. Dad jokes.
All right. I thought about learning sign language. It could come in handy.
Wow. That's... Where are you just Googling these now? You've just given up on the book?
Dude, they just come to me.
Because that's like almost an X-rated like dad joke.
I guess it depends on how you put it.
I think it depends how you interpret handy.
Yeah. And I already know how you interpret handy.
Well, I'm Mike. I'm in the real estate industry. I mean, we have handy men.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I think of someone that works real hard, that doesn't get paid as much as a general contractor, that you call at the last minute to fix stuff so you can get a deal closed. That's what I think of when I hear the word handy.
All right.
What were you thinking, Mike?
Yeah, I guess I was in the gutter there for once.
I'm just messing with you. Of course I was thinking about a handy. Jesus. All right, Mike. So
good old fashioned.
Yeah, the old fashioned. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What movie was that where they called it an old fashioned? Was that South Park?
The South Park, dude.
Yeah. It's always South Park. Always. I find it hilarious. Like, there's all this shit like going on, like the transgender stuff. Like, my sister just loses her mind over some of that stuff, and I'm like, "Did you ever watch that episode of South Park?" She's like, "What episode of South Park?" It's like 6 or 7 years old now, at least, where like everybody wanted to be animals.
Yeah,
they're so ahead of the time. We've talked about that many times, though. But
dude, they are. It's ridiculous, but they are.
Oh, dude, I love South Park. I cannot wait for their next season to start up again. I don't know when it'll come back, but hopefully sooner than later.
Matt, did you see they opened up the Mexican restaurant Casa Bonita? Like it's open?
Yeah, they bought it and then opened it. Yeah.
Yeah. So dude, you need to make a pilgrimage to the Holy Land.
I think I do. I need to drive up there. Go get myself some tacos.
Yep. Tacos, burritos.
Yep. Go swimming and hit up the waterfall. Yeah, dude, it'll be... I wonder if there's a hotel there. I could just stay there for a couple days.
Oh, man. That'd be fun.
It's a lot of chimney changas.
Yeah. That is.
So, all right, Mike. I think this might be difficult. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out. How does About My Father relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
All right, dude. I was a little worried myself, but no, it wasn't too bad. Leslie Bibb, she was the reporter in Iron Man.
That's right. Iron Man, the original one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tony Stark bangs her out. Yeah.
Yep.
She's still got it. She's still very attractive in this movie.
Yeah. So that one wasn't too bad, man. That wasn't too bad.
Oh, dude, I should have put 2 and 2 together, but I mean, she's not a main character. You don't think much about that. So.
Right.
So, okay. So we're in the rest of the spoiler section. I don't know how much you can really spoil. It's a comedy. It's just funny. It's goofy. I guess you can spoil the best part of the whole film, but they spoiled it in the trailer when he cooks the frickin' peacock for the for dinner.
Oh yeah, no, I thought it was a little bit ridiculous that pretty much most of the funniest parts of the movie were already in the trailer.
Yeah, yep, like the Wang against the ship, the yacht.
Yeah. The even the night clone.
Yeah, the night clone was in the trailer.
You didn't really know what they were doing, but like you saw like a clip, like it's like. You saw the whole movie in like 90 seconds, but then if you wanted to see a little bit slowed down version, you watch this.
Do you think this is one of those cases where the trailer's hurting the film and not helping the film?
I don't know. I doubt it. I mean, I think Robert De Niro can still get some people to come to the movies, and people who didn't want to see Little Mermaid or Fast X or Guardians of the Galaxy or Super Mario Brothers probably watch this, but
that's a lot of options, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, well, they try and stack it for the long weekend, but no, I don't think it hurt it. It's just disappointing when that stuff happens, but it was still a pretty funny movie. There were still things on there, like the haircut was pretty good, dude.
Yeah, that was really funny. And then how it went viral afterwards, I could have predicted that, but...
Yeah, no, that was interesting, but...
one of my other favorite parts is how they're going for a walk. This is early on in the film when they first get there. And they're going for a walk in this country club. And every single person says, good morning, or hello, or hi. And Robert De Niro's character not only finds them very strange, but starts to get angry. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, dude, he didn't know how to handle it.
No, he didn't know how to handle people being nice and saying hello. I loved it.
Yeah, no, it was yeah. One character I did like in this was the new agey brother. I thought he was actually kind of funny, and like it worked for some reason. Like the douchebag brother is like, yeah, whatever, but like I like the little new agey Doug.
Yeah.
Played by Brett Deer. Yeah, like that was, I don't know, it was funny, man.
No, that shit was hilarious. And then how he used his sound bowls for serving dinner. That was pretty good too.
Yeah. Yeah, Robert De Niro, and he's like, I wish you wouldn't have used these.
And then what was the journey? He did like a soul cleansing journey or something.
Yeah, I think he did a soul cleanse or something.
I don't remember.
know.
But and then he's sitting there like halfway through it, and De Niro's like, "Nope, okay, I'm done. I'm all cured. See ya, bye."
Yeah, no, dude, it was great.
Yeah, that was a fun character. It's like a lot of the comedies of the early mid 2000s that have that character. You know, the one that's off, like Wedding Crashers immediately comes to mind. You know, the really strange brother that painted everybody nude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you always have that weird ass brother, and I don't want to say that they stole from Wedding Crashers, but they're definitely inspired by it. Just the correlation, you know, the rich family, the poor family, you know.
Gotcha. Yeah, and they're like, we don't even know if he has a girlfriend, and then she actually shows up at the end of the movie.
Oh, that was great. And she was from Africa, like legit, and she's like, yeah, I'm over here. She was like getting her doctorate or something at MIT or Harvard or something. It was really like, whoa, super impressive.
Yeah, no, but it was like, they're like, we don't even know if he has a girlfriend. Like, it was kind of interesting how, like, openly his parents would badmouth him in front of everybody.
Oh, yeah. Well, again, that's a Wedding Crasher thing. You remember? I mean, Todd was the name of the son in Wedding Crashers. And
oh, you're right. Yeah, Todd.
Christopher Walken, he didn't bash him, but like they were playing like football. And he's like, Todd, come on, let's play some football. Why don't you come over here and, you know, burn some testosterone or something like that. And he just like scowls at him, and Christopher Walken throws his hands up and walks away. It's very much like that.
Yeah, I guess, yes, it was.
So, okay, Mike, what else do you want to add about My Father? Would you recommend people go see it?
Yeah, I mean, they don't necessarily need to see it in the theater, but I mean, it was fun. It made me laugh. Like, it's lighthearted. You know, it's got some, you know, aspects of dealing with like, being an immigrant and like how the pressure to like succeed and like being the first generation after an immigrant, and like, I don't know, some of that stuff really came through. And then also like just having kind of an overbearing family and all that. So no, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, no, both sides had an overbearing family in their own right, in their own ways. I like your critique on the immigrants, especially being like first generation. That's a fun, interesting take on it, Mike. So, but yeah, it's all very valid, and it's a good old fashioned comedy, and we don't get a whole lot of these anymore. It's not out of this world comedy. It's not, you know, like Young Frankenstein or Blazing Saddles or something like that, but it's a good, solid, fun film that I think is worth a watch. I don't know if I would go to the theaters though, unless, like I said, you're already on your way there and you want to watch something else. That's my thoughts.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's fine for the theaters. It just, I I don't know if I'd spend the money on the theater if you know, if you didn't really want that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's a good movie, but I don't know if I'd recommend going to see it in the theater.
Yeah. All right, Mike. So next week, the summer blockbusters continue. Michael, what are we talking about next week?
Let's see. What is next week, dude?
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah. The Spider-Man or the animated Spider-Man sequel.
Yep, the Sony animated Spider-Man film sequel. Yes.
Yeah, the first one was awesome. So I'm looking forward to this one. This will probably be really good as well.
I'm very excited about this one, especially since we got a tease at the end of the first one. But Spider-Man 2099 is going to be a big, big part of this film, and he is one of my favorite Spider-Men of all.
Oh, all right. Well, this will be fun. I really like this animation style, and I feel like they're doing the story justice. So that's good.
Dude, honestly, this is like some of the best animation and comic book brought to screen I've ever seen. I mean, I love how they changed the styles of the the art for every character based on what universe it is and everything. I've never, ever, in my opinion, seen a film that iterates the power of the comic book medium as well as the first Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse did. It's just absolutely fantastic, and I hope they continue it on with this one, Across the Spider-Verse. And of course, to complete the trilogy, which who knows how many years it'll take for them to do that, but Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse is the third film.
Okay.
But
yeah, no, dude, looking forward to this.
Look who's voicing Spider-Man 2099, Oscar Isaac.
Nice, dude.
I mean, that's huge.
That is huge.
The cast is incredible. I mean, you have Haley Steinfeld, you have Jake Johnson, Brian Tyree Henry, Issa Rae, Oscar Isaac, Andy Samberg. I mean, just a killer cast. Just normal acting on their own right, let alone voice actors. Dude, I'm really excited for this film. I hope it's as good as the first one. I really do.
I think it will be. I think they'll keep it up. And this was quite surprising when it came out because it was so good.
Oh, yeah. It caught everybody off guard. Yeah, it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So, all right, Mike. Well, that's next week's pod. There is no radio next week. Lisa Live, not local, is not local. She is going to be in Africa on a safari. So, yeah, good for her. Must be nice to go on cool vacations.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's like a once-in-a-lifetime trip.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully she brings her camera.
Well, that's the thing. She talked with me, and we got her a lens. I got her 100 to 400, and she got a new camera. I would have gotten something a little bit better, but it's me. She got something that works for her. But, yeah, she's all geared up, ready to go. So there's no radio for the next 2 weeks. But doesn't mean the podcast isn't going to be here, because it will. So, Mike,
yeah, man. About
my father, how many reels?
I'm going to give this one 3.5 reels. I had a good time with it. I'd say the biggest disappointment for me was the trailer gave away too much.
Well, Mike, I'm right there with you, but not quite. I give it 3 out of 5 reels. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fantastic film. There's little things I think that could have been better. There's things that could have been worse. But overall, it's fun. I enjoyed myself. I had a good time. I don't regret paying for it. I don't regret going to the movies. It was good. It was great. I like comedies. I want more comedies. I needed a comedy at that time. So it was perfect. It was great.
Well, all right, dude. I guess I'll wrap us up then. Thanks for listening, everybody. Make sure to follow us on the socials, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And we'll catch you on next week's pod to talk about Spider-Man. Which one is this one? Into the Universe?
Nope. Across the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that's one thing that's cool that they're doing is that it's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is number 1. They have Across the Spider-Verse, and then the third one is Beyond the Spider-Verse. So
right.
it's better than 1, 2, and 3.
It is. It is better than 1, 2, and 3. All right. Yeah. With that, I will let everybody get back to whatever it is they were doing. Thanks everybody for listening, and catch us next week on the pod.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now go out and catch a movie.
Hi, everyone. This is Ma Hinshaw Loses Her Cookies. Episode 15, The Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid? We're not talking
Yeah.
about The Little Mermaid?
What are we talking about?
Well, if you want to talk about The Little Mermaid, you can, but I didn't see The Little Mermaid.
Well, okay. What one are we talking about then?
About my father.
Oh, cool. That one. Oh, I'll talk about that one.
Well,
Cool.
You already said Little Mermaid, so now you got to talk about Little Mermaid. I didn't
You
see
told
Little
me.
Mermaid in the theaters, but my ma did. So, Ma, what's your thoughts on Little Mermaid? I'm going to give you 4 minutes to talk about it. Ready, set, go.
You told me I should see The Little Mermaid, and I did. And I thought it was beautiful, and I really liked it. And I thought Haley was a very good singer. And I loved Javier, and Melissa McCarthy nailed it as, oh shoot, now I can't
Ursula?
think of her name. Ursula. Yeah, Ursula. She nailed it. It was awesome. And it was so pretty, and the people that made the movie said it was the toughest CGI whatever stuff they'd ever done, but it turned out really good. And Haley was amazing, and she sounds so young, but she's 23. I mean, but she's been singing since she was 10. So I say that was a good movie, and it's good for kids. They can go see it. Yay.
So, is the CGI better in Avatar 2? Whatever the one that just came out. Avatar 2?
3 or something. I like this better.
Is it the third
I
one? I
really
thought it was the second
No,
Avatar,
I
the
thought it
water
was-
one.
Okay, was that the second one only? Oh, it seems like forever. Okay, no, I think this was better than Avatar, and I saw Avatar.
The CGI was better in
Yeah, I
Little
think
Mermaid
so.
than it was in Avatar.
Yeah, I think it was really good.
Really? The
Really.
billions of dollars they spent on Avatar 2.
Oh, okay. I don't care. I say
Well,
that
folks-
Avatar was better, but I liked Little Mermaid. I thought it was great.
Oh, yeah, the
There.
whole movie, fine. But I'm just saying the CGI specifically, the computer-generated graphics.
Yes, and all the fishes and all the different fish and all the different mermaids. And I mean, I thought it was really, really good.
Better than Avatar.
I thought so.
Okay. All right, you heard it here, folks. But here's the other thing I have to inform you. My mom also doesn't have the world's best eyesight either.
Oh, come on.
That's true.
I sat really close up, and it was just really beautiful.
And how many times did you fall asleep?
None.
None?
Did not. None. Mm-mm.
Okay, so fans of Little Mermaid or Disney or both or Mermaids or Oceans or not Avatar 2 should go and watch Little Mermaid, the live action remake. Yeah?
Correctamundo.
Okay, how many Ma Hinshaw's cookies do you give Little Mermaid?
Gee. Well, I'll say 4.5.
4.5 cookies for a remake of a movie that was already phenomenal to begin with.
Yes, but it's retold differently. It's not the same as the cartoon per se all the way through. No, it's different.
It's the
And it's
same
cool.
story, though.
Well, basically, sort of, yeah. But I don't
Basically,
even-
sort of, yeah. So is it yes or no?
Well, no, because it's not. Part of it is not the same. No.
But
So, I mean,
it is about a mermaid that gets washed up on the land and walks around and falls in love with a prince, right?
she saves the prince and pulls him up on shore. And then she thinks he's so cute, she wants to get feet, legs.
That's
And
the
so
exact same as the
that
original.
part is the same as the original. But when she gets up on land, it's not like the original. There you go. Well,
So what do you mean it's not like the original? When they get up on the land, they do it?
Well, he's a prince, and
Yeah, he was
lives
a prince in the cartoon.
castle, blah, blah. There's a big castle.
The same thing as the cartoon.
But he was adopted by the queen.
I don't remember that part.
No, it wasn't in the original. That's why I'm saying some of it is different, okay?
And then they were banging like rabbits.
No,
No banging.
no,
No nudity.
no.
And you still gave it a 4.5.
I did, because I thought it was really very good, and it was very pretty. It was just beautiful. Yeah.
Are you sick?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I'm
Well, there you
old.
go. I didn't see the new Little Mermaid remake, live action, reboot, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I saw the movie that we're going to talk about now about my father.
Okay.
So,
I did too.
all of you have already listened to my thoughts on this. So let's hear Ma Hinshaw's thoughts on About My Father. Better or worse than Little Mermaid?
Not as good as Little Mermaid, but still good.
Wow. Bold. Not as good
I
as
liked
Little Mermaid.
it.
You really
Not
love
as
that
good.
Little Mermaid. Is it because you like fish and crab?
I love fish. I really do. And I love Sebastian too. He was so cute. Anyway,
Question.
what?
If mermaids were real and you caught one and they served it at Red Lobster, would you eat it?
No way.
But it's a fish.
Oh, I know, but no.
All right.
You
Fine.
better not.
So About
But
My
no.
Father. Talk. Tell me. You loved it. You hated it.
I loved
Robert
it.
De Niro's the man. He's not the man.
Yeah.
He's too old.
Well, he's pretty old, but he was still the man, and he got around, and he's very spry, and he was good. He was very good.
Well, of course he's spry. He's 79 years old and just had his 7th child.
Yeah, dang, he's really spry. Anyway, and let me think. Oh, I can't think of the guy that plays his son, but his name.
Sebastian Maniscalco. He's the writer. It's his
See,
life that this film is based on.
I know, but Maniscalco, I can't say very well.
Sebastian Maniscalco.
He was good. I loved it because, they thought, oh, he's this dork and he can't do anything. And then, turns out he can. And he can play tennis, real mean game of tennis. And he's in pretty darn good shape, which you can tell because there was a bit of nudity. And,
And you enjoyed that, didn't you?
Well, why not?
Especially when his wiener was smashed up against the glass window.
Yeah, right. There you go. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You're foul,
And
mother.
there
You have
were
a
some
dirty
really,
mind.
well, hey, look, you don't make it to 81 for nothing. Anyway, I liked the part where they ate the
Peacock?
peacock, and then the end. I mean, it just worked really well. It was a hoot. That's all I can say. Laugh out loud, really laugh out loud quite a few times, and it was very good.
It was a hooter.
It was. Even my grandson and husband laughed. They don't usually. They're kind
Why
of
do you talk about these people on my podcast? This is my podcast, not their podcast.
I know it's not, but they actually went. So, hey.
That's great.
That's
I still
good.
want to hear your thoughts on this movie, not theirs.
I thought it was good. I really did. I thought the depiction of the very well-off family that he was marrying into was pretty cool, pretty valid on a lot of what those folks sometimes do. And I always wondered, well, why didn't they have food in the fridge? And then I realized, they don't, because they always go to the country club to eat.
Well, then
and
it was their
stuff.
summer home.
Well, yeah, that's true too. But
I
they
don't know
still-
what that is. I don't have a summer home. I have a home and only one of them.
Well, eventually you get a summer home and a winter home and all that. You'll do it. Anyway, yeah.
Am I going to win the lottery? You know something I don't?
Yes, you better win the lottery. Okay.
'Cause, I mean, I don't know if I can work any harder than I already am.
No, I don't think you can really. But
Okay,
yeah,
Mom.
it was good. I really liked it. I really did. I thought it was good.
Okay, so how many cookies do you give About My Father?
4?
4.
4.
So About My Father got 4. Little Mermaid remake, redo, reboot got 4.5.
Correct.
Have you ever awarded a film less than a 4?
Yes.
Name it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't remember what they were, but I did.
I doubt it.
did. Oh, yes, I did.
Liar.
No, I'm not lying. There are some.
Well, you
that-
love everything just because you like getting out of the house. That's all you care about.
No. Like I say, I liked all About My Father because it really was funny. It not, a bunch of laughs, but the laughs were good. And then I liked the Little Mermaid because it was pretty. The singing was good. The acting was very good. And Javier as Trident was really good. And Melissa, I mean, it was just a good movie. And it was very pretty, and I liked it. So there. Okay?
I'm not going to go see The Little Mermaid. I'm sorry.
I know
Disney
you're
is
not.
not getting any more of my money.
Well, I know we all should not really support that. But this was fine, It was not good. I'd tell you if I didn't like it and the attitudes and stuff. I would tell you.
I don't know. I think you just like getting out of the house. I don't think you care about the movie itself.
I do too. I went and when I went, I said, oh, this is not going to be as good as the original, which was made in 1989 or came out in 89. And I said, oh, no, it can't be as good as that one. But it was good in a different way than the cartoon. It was still good. And the acting was good. And Haley was a very good singer. And Melissa, well, she did sing. And, she was very evil. So anyway, I thought it was really good too. I don't know what the world thought. And I haven't checked to see how many tomatoes or whatever, but that's just my view. Okay?
All right. So what about next week's movie?
I don't know. What is it?
Ma, you were on the radio last week.
Oh, shoot. It's Spider-Man something. Something about Spider-Man.
There's
it's a
something about
cartoon.
Spider-Man. Is that like there's something about Mary, but with Spider-Man?
No,
Is
what's
he gonna have to
what's
clean
it called? No,
Stuff
what's
out
it
of
called?
his ear.
No, what's it called?
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse. Okay. Across the Spider-Verse.
cartoon
I
Spider-Man.
remember that. Yes, it's cartoon. I know that.
Okay.
I've seen the previews.
Good. Did
Good,
you see
huh?
them today for Little Mermaid?
For Little Mermaid?
Was it on the previews today?
I'm not sure if it was today. No, I don't think it was. I think it was some really weird kind of cartoony movies.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is.
Oh, no.
Cartoon.
That looks, no, I've seen that commercial, but not today. They were advertising Elements and some other stuff, which kind of looked different. Anyway, but yeah, yep. So Spider-Man comes out Friday?
Thursday.
Thursday. It does go. Uh-oh. Then I've got to bother your dad to.
You don't have to go on Thursday. There's no radio.
Oh, that's right. I don't. I can go Friday or Saturday or whenever.
Or Sunday or
All right.
Monday.
Or Monday or Sunday. Okay. All righty. Thank you. Well,
Okay.
That's it for me.
You don't have anything else you want to add about My Father or Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse or Little Mermaid, the reboot? You're good. You're going to
I'm
go.
good.
Let me go to bed. Actually,
Yes, I
I'm going to
will.
be up for 5 more hours editing out all your farts too. I don't understand
didn't.
why my co-hosts have to constantly fart when they're podcasting. I hold mine in.
I did not.
There's
There
so
was
many
not
farts.
1, 2. No, I did not at all. None. Mm-mm.
I mean,
So-
Mom, do you just eat beans all day? Is that what it is?
Well, no, I did have a roadkill burger.
A roadkill
Has
burger.
onions. Hmm.
So the roadkill burger, is that made of possum?
No. Actually, they
Dog?
told me they didn't know what it was made of. Oh, hamburger. But anyway, they always put piles of onions and mushrooms on it, which is very yummy. Okay?
Okay. Just, quiet down your farts while recording the podcast.
I do. I am.
All right. Well, I guess that is it, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in for another riveting episode of Ma Hinshaw Loses Her Cookies, number 15. Next week, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I'm very excited about this one. If you want to hear how excited I am, just go backwards on the podcast and listen to my podcast, not Ma Hinshaw's podcast. So anyways, thank you again,
Back it
everyone.
up.
What?
I said back it up.
Back it up. Jesus.
Okay.
Anyways. All right. Well, thanks, everyone. Have a lovely rest of your day, night, evening, morning, whatever. And I guess we will chat with you next week if you decide to download this podcast again.
Bye.